Hi, I'm Severo from HoRNet Plugins. I'm here today to show you our latest plugin, the HoRNet Multicomp Plus Mk2. This is the second version of our flagship compressor. It contains all the latest technology we have, and we completely redesigned the graphic interface for this new version and also added quite a lot of few interesting tricks. Also, we added two new compression models to the 4.1 we are having, 3 plus an expander model. Every compression model we have is modeled on analog gear, not exactly any specific unit, but the behavior and the sound of the classic analog tools we had for years. Digging into the guy, I'll show you what knob and what drop down does exactly. On the top of the compressor we have the oversampling control for adjusting the quality, the analog saturation amount that increases or decreases or completely turn off the saturation of the analog models, the transformer emulation, that is a new feature for this plugin and enables you to activate or turn off the transformer emulation, the hiss that produces usually analog gears, and you can turn off if you don't want it. On the right of the compressor we have the input and output controls with their auto switch. The auto switch allows you to put the input and output exactly at minus 18 dBs referenced 0 V. What does it mean? It means that you can hit correctly the analog emulation inside of the compressor. Then you have a sidechain control with a high pass and a low pass filter that allows you to shape the signal that is going to control the compression algorithm to reduce or increase the amount of bass or high frequencies. And these filters that are 6 dB octave filters also work when you select an external sidechain instead of the regular internal control. We also have a dry-wet control that helps you to create parallel compression effects with ease. On the low parts of the guy, we have the compression controls, the threshold, the ratio, attack, and release. These controls changes both in range and in function depending on the selected model. If you select OPTO, for instance, these three controls turn off because the OPTO model has a fixed ratio, attack, and release, and you can't adjust them. Just the threshold is available to adjust. We also have added a new feature with the auto threshold setting that allows you to let the compressor decide the right amount of threshold to get the desired gain reduction. Say that you usually want to get minus 6 dB. You just set minus 6 here, turn the auto on, and the threshold knob will adjust automatically to reach that amount of gain reduction. Around the threshold knob we have a circle here that shows you the level of the sidechain considered. When the green is up to minus 12 dB, yellow is up to minus 6 dB, and the red is above that. And we also have provided a bypass control that lets you hear the signal unprocessed. The bypass control is after the input knob, not before, because if you adjust the input knob, you can judge if the compression is working without loudness changes. Every model is compensated for loudness, so if you change the threshold, the perceived loudness remains almost the same. If you want to be sure, you can turn on the auto output that will keep the output level constant when you change the parameter. so you can perfectly judge the level of the compression without being fooled by loudness change. In the compressor type drop-down, we find the classic models. We have the VCA, the FIT, and the OPTO, then the expander, and the two models, the Console4K and VCA160. These two models are based on the classic gear that everybody knows. We cannot name it, but you can understand by the name what kind of compressor these are. Now, I want to show you how the plugins sound and how this big graphic display helps you judge the level of compression you are applying. So I'll use a drum loop and see how the plugins sound. So already with this overview you have heard how different the models sound between each other. So you have a very wide range of palettes you can choose from for tweaking your sounds. If I'm in a hurry or want to have the help from the auto algorithm, I can turn on the auto threshold and see how the threshold automatically changes to reach the desired target gain reduction. Changing the parameters, start again the calculation of the right threshold so you can do all the tweaks you want and be sure that the gain reduction you are hearing is the one you are choosing here. So you can judge how which kind of different make a different attack or release or ratio without changing the gain reduction. We can also enable auto input and output to have the compressor keep always the right level and make all kind of adjustments without hearing loudness changes. And if we want to make, for example, a classic parallel compression effect we make with an FIT compressor, we can do that very easily, simply using the dry wet knob. It's very easy to reach even more complex effect with this plugin. We have a demo for that. You can go on www.HoRNetPlugins.com. You can download it, give us your feedback, let us know what you think about it, and try it out. So thank you very much for watching this video.